Good morning, learners. My name is Ayusha Mittal, and today we are going to solve question called Palindrome Partitioning. So let's see what it says. It says that given a string S, partition S, such that every string of a partition is a palindrome, return all possible palindrome partitioning of S. A palindrome string is a string that reads the same backward as forward. It means it should be palindrome. We have to take a string so that it is palindrome. So that let's see an example. So we can take an example. Let's see the example, like we can say that we have a string. Let's say the string is Nitin. Okay. So the string is Nitin, and right now we have to do a palindromic partitioning of Nitin. So what it will be? Uh, it will be, so what we will do first, we will check for n, and n is our left substring, and the rest of will be in. Okay, the second part will be ni, and the left substring will be ni, and the right substring will be tin, and after that we have nit, and then in, and then niti, and then n, and the last one is nit, and the uh, sorry, and then our empty substring. So let me do this so that we will come to know that here the partition happened. Okay, so here we can see that n is a palindrome. So if there is a, we will make a decision that if our left substring is a palindrome, then we will check for a right substring. Like in this, our left substring is a palindrome. Then we will go ahead in this particular example. In this, the left substring is not a palindrome. Ni is not a palindrome, right? So we will discard this. We will say this is not our thing. We will put wrong. We will discard, and here also it is not a palindrome. The left substring is not a palindrome. So here also we will discard it. This niti is also not a is left substring is not a palindrome, so we'll discard it, and then we'll check the this one, and in this one Nitin is a palindromic substring. Okay, if we will move further, the right substring is empty. So basically that right substring is empty will be our base condition, and that we will see later on. And let's go to the first partition. So here we will move further in this one, and now we have a string itin. Okay, now we will make this one. If we do again the partitioning, it will come itin, in which I is a palindrome, so we will check for further one. Okay, right now we are not. IT, then IN, and then it is ITI and N. So we can clearly see that I is a palindrome. So we will check further for this. IT is not a palindrome, so we will not search. And ITI is a palindrome, so we will search further for this. And if we will search further for this, we will search further for this. We'll see this. First, we will see ITIN. So if we see of tin, then we'll see that T is a left substring. T is a left substring, and in is right substring, which is partitioned. Then tin, and then tin. Oh, sorry. Okay. Here there will be one more itin, and after that it's an empty substring. Okay. Here also that happens. Okay, okay. And here the right substring will be our empty string. We can clearly see that this is a palindrome because single character is always a palindrome. This one is not. This one is not a palindrome. Ti is not a palindrome at all. Tin is also not a palindrome. So we can discard this one also because it's not a palindrome. We have a decision to make that if a left substring is a palindrome, then only we're going to check for a right substring. Okay, so if we go further into it, then we have a in in. We'll see it's I and n, and then we have in. Okay, so in and right substring will be an empty string, and this I is a palindrome because single character is always a palindrome, we know that. And in in is not a palindrome, so we will not check in this. In this, if we go further, then we only have now n, and sorry, that will come to n and empty string, which is a palindrome. So okay, this one we know, and we have left one over here, this one. So we will quickly see that one also over here. um, the string is, wait a second. Okay, sorry. Okay, so this one is whole, this one is check, and now we will see for this one. So what will happen in this one? Okay, we'll check here. It is ITI, right? ITI is a palindrome, and then we will check for N. And N is also a palindrome because it's a substring, right? So so if we sum it out, then uh, what arrays we have are, our very first is single characters, that is T N I T I and N, this, and the second array will be, see, N, then I, then T, then I, then N, and after that we have obviously we have Nitin, complete one. So here it's Nitin, and again we have, if we'll see clearly, we have N, and the second one is ITI, and N, and the last one we have, I think, is N and I, no, okay, it's not a palindrome, so we will cut it off. Okay, I forgot to cut it off. So these are our palindromic substrings. Okay. So I have written a code for you so that time will not be wasted of yours. So the code says that we have made an array here called answers, and we have a recursion function called partition. In this, okay, so here we are doing a backtracking. Backtracking is nothing, it's just a recursion. But in backtracking, in recursion, we used to remove the the elements or the arrays in the array. Like here, if we see it clearly, the base case, as I said, is if the length will be 0, then we'll add our temp to the answer. Okay, so what this says is and we will see a left substring. Left substring will be nothing, 0 to ith one, like this one, 0 to 0 plus 1, that is it comes up to 0th only. And in this, okay, so in this, oh, wait a second, okay, in this we have ni is a left substring, and our condition, our decision making is if the left substring is palindrome, then we will add it to the temp list, and if not, we will continue to the another another left substring. Okay, and if it is a right, if it is a palindrome, we will check it for right substring, and then uh, we will check for right substring by recursion, and then we'll remove it, because if we will not remove it, it will add into that only, right? So this is a function of partition, and this is a function of palindrome to check whether it is a palindrome or not. In this, we have seen L is equals to 0 and R is equals to str dot length minus 1. We are checking from first and the last. We are checking first and last element. If it's equal, if the characters are equal, then it is we will move to the next one, and if the characters are not equal, we will return to false. So that's it for this palindrome partitioning thing. um, Hope you enjoyed it, and keep coding. Bye.